Today we're going to be talking about the difference between using a storytelling voice in our writing and a news reporter voice in our writing. Have you ever watched the news with your parents? How does the news reporter sound? Can somebody give me an example of what they sound like? Yeah, their voice kind of just stays the same. They are just reporting one thing after the other, telling us about what has happened. So as writers of personal narratives, we want to make sure that we're not sounding like a boring news reporter, but a real storyteller to really draw in our readers. So as I was reading over my own writing, I started to notice that I was kind of just listing events that had happened, and it was really making my writing sound like a news reporter. So I started to wonder, what can I do to really use a storytelling voice? In order for us to know how to use a storyteller voice, we're going to look at Karen Hess as an example because she has such a strong storytelling voice in her writing and really made me enjoy her story by the way that she told it. So we're going to be looking for things that Karen does in her book that made her book so good. So we're going to take some time and I'm going to pause the video and we're going to read Come On Rain. Alright, now that we've read the book, we're going to talk about what were some things that we noticed that Karen did to really make her book really good, and how did she really use that storytelling voice. So I've started a chart here for us using a storytelling voice, and these were some things that I noticed that Karen did to make her book really good. I noticed that she had characters talking a lot in her book. This is called dialogue. And I noticed that she told her story bit by bit. She made it a really small moment, and she wasn't telling a story across a whole day, so she made it a small moment, but she told it piece by piece and she didn't leave any parts out. I also noticed that she described how the moment felt and looked and sounded, and she used a lot of descriptive language in her writing. So what I want you guys to do now is I'm going to have you think about what else did you notice Hess does to make her story come to life for us. And you guys are going to help me add some more noticings to our chart using a storytelling voice. So I'm going to pause the video and I want to get some of your ideas for what you noticed. So as you go off to write today, remember to use a storyteller voice and try doing some of the things from our chart using a storytelling voice. Try using some of the things that we noticed that Hess did to make her story so good. And as you're drafting today, I want you to remember to write fast and furious. The goal is to just get your ideas out on the page. Okay, you guys are ready to go off and begin writing.